All right, let's get to our first guest of the morning. Head coach Bart Bickerton of the Sherryland Rattlers joining us here in the huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Coach, good morning. Happy Saturday to you.
Morning. Just woke up, so a little groggy.
Nope.
Kind of a long night last night.
You guys had a very long last night. Talk to me about it. Started off the game with a home run in the first, and then from there it just seemed like it was going to be a catch-up game.
Yeah, it was not a typical game defensively for us. We had 3 errors, I think, in the second inning. Pretty much all routine plays, all 2 outs. Gave up 4 runs. So, I had a couple parents come up and ask me after the game, and if we had that many errors all year, I said, I don't think so. So, we had 5. It wasn't our typical game, but the kids showed, they kind of showed what they were made of being able to come back after being down 4-1 and really not playing very well.
How do you keep them focused when you've got 3 errors that you're not accustomed to making, and you still got to, that's in the second inning. I can understand 3 errors in the 6th inning, and that may be what costs you the game. But in the second inning, you've got to get these guys to let it go and focus on what's at hand.
Well, it's just like you said, you got to let it go. And, we've been in so many situations playoff-wise that we just try and get the kids to slow it down a little bit. If it's, if the game's speeding up for them, step off. We had to do that several times with that pitcher last night. But, I told him 3rd inning, I said, hey, we played as best as we can possibly play. We're only down by 2 because I think we scrapped the run out after that. So I said, hey, we're not going to play any worse. Of course, we did play a little bit worse afterwards, but they just have to stop, kind of clear the slate and realize that, we still have a chance, even though we're not playing bad. That we were in an okay situation, even having that many errors.
The game originally scheduled for historic Harlingen Field, and then because of the weather, shifted to UTB TSC. Was there something you had to, it's the same measurements, it's the same field, boys, we're just going to play in a different city?
Right. Anytime the home team's field gets rained out, it's their responsibility to find another field. And they wanted to play as close as they possibly could to Harlingen, which they should. So, they were calling Brownsville ISD. I think they had a couple fields set up. And I called UTB because we wanted to play on the best field possible. And that field was in great shape. They've kept it up, thank goodness, even though they're shutting it down. And we kind of got lucky that it didn't rain that much down there. And field-wise, I think UTB might be a little bit bigger field down the lines and stuff than White Wings. But it's tough to lose the home field advantage, which they did last night. But that's the closest field that they could find, and that's just the way it goes in high school baseball.
Head coach Bart Bickerton of the Sherryland Rattlers joining us here in the huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Now, Coach, considering that you've got some UTB ties, that was almost a little bit more of a home game for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was real nice. Both of my boys got to go and watch the game, which they don't ever get to do. They were there on campus. I got to call them during the day to check on the field all day, and of course, I know the coaches real well. The assistant coach was there, Coach Pope. So it was nice. It was definitely nice.
And I don't know if I'd have played. I'd have looked to La Feria, see if they had a field available to play on.
Yeah, well, I think everybody was pretty much done yesterday, other than Brownsville. So I think La Feria, San Benito, all those schools got hit a lot harder than Brownsville did, and we were rained out. There was no way. If we would have had the home game last night, we would have been looking for a field. So it's tough with the weather.
How is the field looking today for you?
It should be fine. I'm getting ready to take off over there. I think last time I talked to you guys, we had a wet field. It was a tournament, something like that. But they pumped all the water off yesterday. So, and it's had probably 8 hours of good sunlight, so we should be fine.
We know that yesterday you threw Gutierrez. Who do you have on the mound today?
We'll throw Beretta today, Adam. So he had to warm up last night in the ninth. We didn't expect Eric to have to go that far. But Trace has got one of those rubber arms. He'll be ready to go, and if need be in the third game, he'll be asking me the whole game if he can pitch that one too. That's just kind of kid he is.
Tell me about this kid. He's a junior player for you, right? And he's already signed a letter of intent with UT?
He's already signed a letter of intent at UT. he's going to catch over there. It's not as a pitcher or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, he's definitely a talent, and we have ties over at UT. We've got Skip Johnson, who used to be our pitch coach when I played at Pan Am, and he called me during the summer, said that they were going to sign him, and just kind of wanted some background on him, and they went ahead and signed him. So it's been a good thing for Trace.
It's got to be a very good thing for you as well. Obviously, when you've got the boys at UT that call you up, and then although you do have the connection there, it's got to be a good feeling for you. And I understand last night there was a scout for the Diamondbacks in the stands.
Right. I think Tovar was there last night. He does a good job for the Valley. He goes to a lot of our games. He has tryouts at our field. I think he's going to have tryouts at Valley View this year. So he's a guy who does some work for us and tries to help us out. And with us losing UTB, we need as many guys as we can to kind of pick up the slack for these kids that are down here.
And speaking of that, there's been quite a big success of the Valley players that have, whether they're single A, double A, triple A, or independent ball. A lot of them come from, a good bunch of them come from your program. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
Where do you see these guys going now that, you've got two at UTB? What's in their future?
Well, as of right now, my youngest is going to play at a junior college in Alabama. We just kind of got lucky. I've got a sister-in-law over there she's got an apartment in the same city as the colleges. So we got lucky on that. And then my older son, he's looking at two different places. But, these guys, both of the UTB coaches have been trying since they found out to get all these kids signed somewhere else. And, I think they've done an unbelievable job going above and beyond what they really need to make sure that anybody who wants to play can still keep playing. And, so we definitely have to thank those two guys, not only what they did while they were there, but definitely trying to help these kids go, keep playing the ones that want to keep playing.
They're doing a yeoman's work, following up and making sure that they still have the ability to play and get that education along the way.
Right. And we had about a 30-minute discussion with Coach Pope before the game yesterday about where my older son's going to go, because he's already committed to LSU Shreveport, and LSU Shreveport said they might be shutting their baseball program now. So,
well,
you can't have my older son go to your place where the school shuts down. So.
If I have a baseball program, I'm avoiding your older son. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly right.
All right, Coach. First pitch is set for 2:00 this afternoon. You're throwing Trey Barrera, so best of luck. And if everything goes well, you should be done by about 4:30, right?
Well, let's hope so. That would be great.
Best of luck to you.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thanks. Head coach Bart Bickerton of the Sherryland Rattlers joining us here in the huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. And it's funny, as we've got Coach Bickerton on, the tweet from Bears Baseball is "Let's go Sherryland." Is there an opportunity that these two teams they cross paths somewhere along the way? We got to turn.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look that up right now. I'll check out the UIL brackets for baseball.
Let me double check that. If it was Bears baseball cheering on Sherryland, or if it was Sherryland cheering on Bears baseball. It was let's see, retweeted by Sherryland cheering on the Bears. So
wow,
we'll see how that works out. But
so yeah, I'll check out the brackets right here. But that's a good thing about UIL. They get the brackets up. They get them done quick too, as far as after games. The results and things of that sort.
That's what our tax money goes for, bro. That's why we fund.
It's lottery. Isn't that lottery money?
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, actually, you know what? They don't actually see each other. PSJ plays United. If they win, they'll play Alexander San Benito. So that's probably why they're rooting.
Maybe deep in the
heart of Texas.
Fit. All right.
Yeah. And Sherryland would face Eagle Pass or PSJ North if they won.
Okay. Well, I see that. I see it there.
Yeah. So they're not going to see each other. That's unless both of them make it to the regional finals.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
that'd be
cool.
Fantastic. Let's take a timeout. We're going to pause for commerce. We're going to come back. We'll have head coach Tony Leal of the Harlingen South Hawks get his version of last night's Sherryland and Hawk game. I don't know. We may take that one till 10 o'clock. You know, Coach Leal and I talking baseball. That one may go a while. Keep it locked in right here to The Huddle. Brought to you by 956sports.com. Powered by McDonald's on 840 Fox Sports Radio.